Hello everybody, Fletcher here, and welcome to my third video for it is my third, I guess, but well, it's kind of a mix of multiple theories I've heard and I'm putting them into one, kind of. But yeah, welcome to a third video for Fortnite Chapter 4, Season 1, and this will be about the Ageless, aka Geno. Now, to make sure I get the timings right for this, I've got the clip that I recorded for gameplay playing, so I can make sure I don't record too much. The audio comes when I record. I'm doing something different. I record the audio a bit differently. See if it works. I'm not sure if it will though, but it might. Anyway, so who is the Geno? The Ageless. The Ageless is a snapshot of the Geno. Why do I keep saying that? Of Geno. What he left behind in his empire, the Oathbound Empire. Now, the Oathbound is an early version of the Imagined Order, and when Geno left the Oathbound to make the Imagined Order, he left behind a snapshot of himself to protect it and to ensure that nothing bad happens, to make sure that no one tries to take it over. This is the Ageless Champion. This is the NPC game currently at the Citadel POI, that's what it's called. So at the Citadel POI, obviously as I said, there's an NPC, the Ageless Champion. He left this version of himself behind. I will hopefully remember, future me, editing me, remember to add this. I will hopefully remember to add an image of Geno on, because obviously, as we know, the Ageless is a lot younger than Geno, and we also know from the Marvel comics Geno died. Yes, he did rebuild himself, but I'm assuming he rebuilt himself in his older form, not in his younger form. We can assume that. So, also, if you're not sure what comic I am referring to, I am referring to the Marvel Zero War. Got a thing over here. Yeah, Zero War. Oh shit. Zero War comics. In the last one, I believe. The Imagined pushed Geno and herself into the zero point, and because as we know, when it's not calibrated, it sends you to every possible reality. But Geno used his powers to slow it down and then reform himself. Now, I thought the zero point would be under the water at some point, like it always is. But there's a lot of speculation going on where it's not, where it's under the little circle thing just north of Faulty. Because that makes the 0 point noises, apparently. I've not heard them myself, but apparently they do. So he left this snapshot of himself behind to ensure his first successful, perfect empire didn't die out. But what Geno is quite, what's the word? Fascinated, I should say, by the 0 point. So that's why he left the zero. He wanted to go to the 0 point. And the loop is might be a second. He might have tried again other times beforehand, but we don't know about. I'm going to say second, for easy purposes, I guess. His second attempt at making a perfect empire. This man put his daughters inside the loop, thinking they'll be the first to ever escape. And as we know from the Batman 0 point comics, that's why I get confused, 0 point 0 War, that they weren't, I believe it was, I can't remember who it was, but either way they weren't. But he did realise that a snapshot was left behind of them who were just better than them. Better combat people. What's the word? Tacticians? Like more agile, more stronger, just better in every way. So he replaced his own daughters in his attempts to make a perfect civilization using the 0. that's obviously what made the Imagine and the Order go to set. But enough about them. This is about Geno and the Ageless. I'm referring to them as two people because technically they are kind of, either way, I'll say. Because when the season first came out, I was really confused why they named the Geno skin the Ageless, but now obviously you know why. I don't remember what else I want to say. What else? I don't have notes. I'm going off the top of my head. Right. So there's another group called the Reality Warriors, which might be an early version of the second. We're not entirely sure about that. And like, they're the two factions currently on the map: Reality Warriors and the Oathbound. Honestly, the Ageless Champion is in charge of the Oathbound. Not sure who's in charge of the Reality Warriors. However, at all their POIs, there is a statue of this lady. I'm not sure who that is, but that could also be who the Foundation was referring to in the Chapter 2 end event when he said, "Why does she make me keep saving you?" Just vague. But yeah. So the older Geno is either still rebuilding himself or laying low somewhere, like out of sight, not interfering at the moment because he's not strong enough probably. Because as far as we're aware, the entire IO is demolished pretty much. So that's what we know about that. So the only version of Geno is this snapshot. When the 0 point fused the new map together, not entirely sure if he brought himself to the map to go to the 0 point or if the 0 point did it by coincidence, but either way it brought this version of Geno back to the map. Like, couldn't go with that. That's why on the map there's like the snow, medieval, and like kinda modern stuff all mixed. Obviously it fused together. There we go, I said it. It fused itself together, so. But we also know that Geno is has hired the Jules, Scraps like Jules to help him build a portal. Now, this could, I'm not entirely sure what this theory, well, I can't speak today, I do apologise. What this portal could be for. It could be so he can travel to different realities without using the 0 point directly. This could be an early version of the device that Jonesy used to open the portals. I honestly don't know that. But what my theory is, so if the older Geno, I'm just going to refer to them as Geno as and the Ageless, just to make it easier. If the older Geno, actually I said it, yeah, if Geno has finished reforming himself, he could want to get to the map, but not be able to. So, because last time we saw him, he was in the in-between, which is... The in-between is a bit of a weird thing. I think it refers to both a different dimension and the in-between of the islands. I'm going to refer to it as a different dimension for now. He was in the in-between, reforming himself. What if there's no way for him to get back? Because he's got no one on the outside, no one in the IO to calibrate the 0 point for him, and I'm assuming he can't calibrate it himself in his current state. Because the amount of energy he must have had to use to reform himself and to stop himself from dying, that would have he'll probably be really weak. So I reckon the Ageless, that portal that he's building, is going to be a portal to bring Geno back to the map and reform the IO from the Oathbound people. That's my personal theory, but obviously I could be wrong. I have been wrong in the past. Now, if we just turn our attention to the gameplay here. So I was just doing my challenges, right? I saw a frog. I remembered about that challenge. So I was like, okay, I'll kill the frog. I killed the frog, right? But then I get a bit confused. I look around for my bike, then I realise, oh wait, I briefly see it a bit, so that yeah, I accidentally drove my bike into the river, because currently I'm making my way to Shattered Slabs, I think it's called, I still don't know all the POIs, to get my progress done on the travel distance using kinetic ore. So yeah, that just wanted to take your attention to the gameplay, because I just found it funny while I was recording the gameplay. So, other than, I'm trying to think of more stuff to say without repeating what I've already said. I'll just go ahead to what I can. So I know at the beginning of this clip I did say I just want to talk about Geno, but I do also want to talk about some other stuff, so I am going to talk about that. So, as we know, the Herald failed her. Well, she did succeed in destroying the loop, but she failed in the end. So the loop is still intact. The island it's got a new island, so it's fine. But the Herald is obviously stuck in the tree. I'll just check where that is again. Where is it now? I think it's to the right of Angle Square. Slightly to the east, I believe. Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah, it is. There's a hole in the back of the tree, which she could have escaped of. But there's also breathing. You can hear breathing if you go into the tree and if you have the sound, obviously. So, the Herald is probably still alive, but like the Q Queen, I don't think we'll see her again or for a very long time. Because the last reality have failed, we're going to think we plan to try to go zero. But we saw how quickly they could get they got their hands on the 0 point. In the comic, it was Geno said all he ever wanted. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he said something along the lines of all he ever wanted was to create a perfect civilization, and without me gone, I think it was threats like the last reality will get the 0 point. Obviously, they almost did. If the 0 point didn't, if Paradigm wasn't there to start fusion, if the 0 point didn't start it itself, that would have happened. Because there was a cutscene from the Fracture event where one of the last reality motherships came and abducted it, then the 0 point said, nah, I'm going to blow you up. Blew up the mothership. So, yeah, we can just assume that obviously they were trying to get the 0 point. Because the 0 point is the only way to get two different realities. There's pure portals and there's rifts. Pure portals are, well, I believe, what Jonesy were using. I can't speak today. Was using to get bring hunters to the map in chapter 2 season 5. I believe. The rifts are obviously the weird butterfly shaped things we see about the map version. And the one in the sky that we had in chapter 1 season 5. Just thinking, season 5s have both been a bit rift themed. To be fair, they have been repeating themes. But yeah. So, what else? I'm trying to think quick as well because I know I can see the clips almost going to come to an end soon. But yeah, so the pure portals are what the IO use, the rifts are what the 7 use. Both of them can have bad effects on the 0 point. As we've seen from when Jonesy used the pure portals, they started to tear the 0 point apart and need the Foundation's help to reform it. Not reform it, but what's the word? Not reform. Like seal it off, like so it can heal itself. Blue. Now, this was the first time we saw the Herald trying to get to the map. She saw the 0 point was exposed, so she tried to bring the reality tree to the map, and we saw that. Now, I'm really going all over the place. But back to my earlier point about the jet portal that the Ageless is currently building. That is a form of pure portal, I think, is what I'm basically saying. Now, in the... what event was it? I can't remember what event it was. It wasn't an event, it was a season. In Chapter 3, Season 4, and 3, obviously the Herald was planning out and taking over the map. First she did it with the reality tree, which was a bit weird because she's obviously plant-based theme. She has a plant theme to her skin and to like her. Yeah, her power is chrome. I was a bit confused by that, but then I kind of figured it out, I think. So she was granted the power of chrome by the last reality, just like Bytes was. Anyone can possess chrome if the last reality choose. And there's also two types of chrome. Possession chrome is what I'm calling it, and the plate chrome, if you will. The possession chrome is what the Herald used to chromify the map and to chromify the scientist, the visitor, and the origin. Oh no, we're not a scientist. Oh yeah, the scientist, yeah. Scientist, visitor, origin. In the cinematic for Chapter 2, Season 4. The play chrome is what we were using to chromify ourselves, chromify our vehicle, the wildlife, anything. So, during the Vibing season and the Paradise season, both have quite similar names if you want to think about it like that. They both used names that were relaxing and yeah. The Paradise is like, oh, this is the best thing ever. I'm in paradise. I know if I can see the clip is coming to the end, but oh well. I'm going to keep talking. I've got a little bit more to say. So I do apologise for that. I'll throw some images or something. The Chrome season. Yeah, the clip's just ended. I just got the victory royale. Guys, sorry to interrupt you, but for the bit just after this clip, just because it's footage, I'm going to display an image of my new YouTube banner. Let me know what you think of it. It is just a page from text, so I'm going to change it over time when I can. But yeah, let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. The Chrome season, the Paradise season, the Herald was... I reckon it was the Herald trying to say everything's alright, nothing's bad happening, just have fun, relax. And she also, in the Vibing season, she realised that everyone was relaxed because they just won the war between the IO and the 7. Everyone was relaxed, so she took her chance and made the reality stream. And no one really thought much of it because they were too busy relaxing. So, yeah, that's... And then obviously she used the reality tree to blow up the map. That was a crucial part in her plan. She needed it to have enough power. The reality tree was connected directly to the 0 point. She needed that to have enough power to blow up the map and to keep the 0 point intact. But obviously, she failed with that. 0 point safe. We got a new island. Anyway, that is all I have time for today. So yeah, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe if you've liked this video, and comment down below what other theories or videos you want to see. And yes, the footage was MacLeod because I was just doing some of my challenges, and I thought may as well record it for a clip for a video. Yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye now.